Okay, I think we're recording. Speaker view. Okay, good. So, first off, congratulations for the first half of the month, because I see what people are doing, and it's awesome that people are not letting holidays slow them down, because that typically can happen in a business like this. But hopefully they're still continuing that momentum, and keep in mind that it is only halfway through the month, and so we still have 14 more days. I'm gonna mute you guys. Can you, if you guys want to unmute to talk, feel free. But there's just some background noise there that I'm just gonna mute. Okay. So again, great job so far, but we still have half a month to go, right? So we still have much more we can accomplish in the next 2 weeks. So you want to make sure that you finish out the month strong, because you guys, they have some big plans for 2018, and I am just like chomping at the bit for just to get here already. But I know we have to finish this month and this year. We're not just finishing out the month strong. If you think about it, we're finishing out 2017. Okay, so it's a little bit more stake in the game when you think of it that way, or stake in the game, skin in the game. I cracked myself up. So anyways, we're going to finish out the month strong. So what I definitely want to encourage you guys to do, if you haven't already, make sure that you pull out your chart for whatever the next rank that you're pushing for, and fill that out. Like, I cannot stress that. I can't stress it enough. You have to fill out that chart. That chart has to be in front of you. You have to be watching your numbers to figure out where you are personally and where you need those other numbers in place for you to promote at the end of the month. Don't forget about the Give Yourself a Raise bonus. Oh my God, you guys. Like, I don't think anybody on here is an MMB yet. And so getting to MMB this month will get you a $1,500 bonus. It's normally $500, and then they're going to give you an extra $1,000. So you definitely want to be pushing. And you may think, oh, Crystal, I really don't have the people in place. You have 2 weeks. You still have 2 weeks. You could do anything in 2 weeks. So don't let that deter you whatsoever. Just keep pushing. So I've been listening to a couple of the SEDs have done some live videos and some live trainings and things like that in their pages. And I just want to share a couple things that stood out to me that I've heard so far about what's coming. One is someone had said that, we know that Monat is missing a lot of products right now. Like, we don't have like everything that most hair care lines could possibly have. And they said that in 2018, that will be the year of filling in the gaps, so that people will not have to worry about going anywhere else for any other of their hair care needs. So that's pretty huge. I was like, oh, okay, that's really exciting. Because I know there are some things on my list. I'm like, oh, I just wish we had this, For me, a gel. My daughter puts gel in her hair, so a gel. She doesn't right now, but she used to. So that was a big one. The other thing is we are definitely on track to be $1 billion company next year. I know they keep saying that, but they said if there is only 7 to 8% growth, they would be a $1.3 billion company by the end of 2018. And right now their growth goal has been 20%, and they've been surpassing it every month. So we're definitely on track to be $1 billion company in the 4th year. That's like incredible, you guys. Like, if you guys don't realize like what an amazing time, like this is like right time, right place for us to be in this company. We just have to take advantage of the opportunity. That's all. And so I don't know. It's pretty huge. Pretty huge, you guys. Let's see. I have some notes of things that I want to talk about, and I don't know what order I want to talk to in them about. All right, I'm just going to start here. So one thing that I wanted to talk about was, make sure that you're starting to prep for 2018. So like I went, I know somebody asked me, I didn't want to tell until we were on the call where I got this amazing calendar. But I got it from Michaels. And this goal planner is pretty incredible. And so, I was just like, I feel like, hi, my name is Crystal, and I'm addicted to buying calendars right now because this is probably the 5th one I've bought in the last month. But yes, I bought myself one too, but I bought one as a prize. So actually I bought a couple of them. So there might be another one on a future future Zoom. If you don't win this one, don't worry. I bought 4. One is mine. Okay, I lost my mind. But it's so cool. And you guys, in the back, this is the cool. I think this is the coolest part. In the back, there are stickers, like all kinds of stickers, like for you to, like with your goal date. It says goal date, appointments, goal achieved, long-term, short-term goals. Like, how cute is that? And if you go to Michael's, you can actually, they have little sticker packs that go with all of these kind of calendars. They're called recollections calendars. And so you can actually go buy other sticker packs to go with them, like ones for budgeting or ones for fitness or, things like that. So pretty cool. So I'm excited to be able to give that away today. But my purpose in saying that is, let's get prepared, you guys. Even though we're finishing out the year strong, we also need to be preparing for 2018. So by that, I mean, start thinking about your systems. Have your systems been working? The systems that you're using currently, are they working for you? Because if not, you might need to switch it up and try something different. Tammy and I talked about Teamzy was that last week? I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Oh, it was last week. Okay. So last week, that's a new system that we're using that is actually working for us to actually connect with people, right? And so think about your systems. How are you following up with people? Some things that I've done in the past, like if you don't want to use Teamzy, make sure like when you go to follow up something, I put reminders in my phone, in my calendar on my phone. That's a great way to, remember to do something. I put notes in my phone. Your phone is always with you, always, right? You freak out. Oh my God, I forgot my phone. And so this is a great tool for building this business, right? So there's that. Samples. You guys order your samples now, like, so that you have sample packs ready to go at the beginning of the year. So we average, I usually try to get about a select sample pack a month. And so next in I just got one and we're almost out of it. And so what I think I'm going to do in January is I'm just going to order that one big Kahuna one. It's like $250, but you get 60 of almost everything. The Renew, the Revive, the Leave-In, the Revitalize, the oil. You get them all, like 60 of them. So I think that's going to at least get me through a couple months, hopefully. Or maybe I'm just going to be a freaking rock star and I'm going to get rid of all 60 in a month. Who knows? So maybe that's a challenge for myself. Anyway, challenge yourself. Even that just like popped in my head, like, ooh, maybe I can get rid of 60 in a month. So start preparing for the boom, because I will tell you, in a company like this, the boom only happens once, okay? And it's right now. Like, we're in the middle of the boom. And so, again, if you don't take advantage of the boom right now, it's going to pass you and sail away all slow, and you're gonna just be able to wave like, oh, I wish I would have taken more initiative. And you don't want to do that, right? Because we're all gonna be freaking SEGs up in this piece, right? So let's see. What else do I have? Order samples, have follow-up scheduled in your phone or your system, create your system and use it. Make sure you're continuing to add people to your pipeline. This is a great time to be doing that too. Like I said, as you're going to holiday events and parties and things like that, you're able to connect with people. You know, I don't know if I told you guys this last week or not, but I went to a holiday party last Saturday. Most of the people I did not know. I knew the host and the hostess nephew because I met them at last year's holiday party. Well, I will tell you that holiday party is, I will never miss that holiday party again, because last year, that's the party that I met LaToya at. LaToya L. Ross, who's on my team, who's a rock star. I met her at that party last year, and I was in another business, so I was networking on purpose when I friended her. But it was when she saw me, I had samples for Monet. It was like my very first post that I posted. Oh my God, I just started this. I got the samples, and she was one of the people that responded and said, "Oh my gosh, I just moved into a new salon. Do I need this in my salon?" So you never know who you're going to meet at those events. And so this year I went to the same party and networked on purpose. Now, I wasn't in there just talking about my business. You know, we're just having conversations, and it always comes up, right? So we connected with, like, I think either 4 or 5 women between me and Jamie. And there were a ton of people there. I will just say there were probably maybe 20 people at this party. And so we connected, made some really good connections with people, and have been able to invite people to stuff already. So again, as you're going to all these holiday events and things like that, network on purpose. Everything that you go to, you should network on purpose. And keep that in the forefront of, oh, what do you do? Or you can even say, you know what, I'm a teacher, but my passion is my side project. What's your side project? That's a good one, huh? Side project. I heard that from, I don't know, somebody. The stuff I learned from somebody else, FYI, and I just come and just share it back with you, okay? So continue to do that. The other thing that I want to, again, challenge you guys to do is to have a party before the end of the year. The week between Christmas and New Year's, I know I said it last week, obviously it's important, so I'm saying it again. Have a party between Christmas and New Year's. So we've already got one scheduled in Renton. When are we doing it? The 28th, okay? So we are still here. Somebody got kicked out. All right, so schedule that party. I don't know if I would do it on the 26th just because it still is the day after Christmas, but you know, the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, I don't think I would do it on the 31st either, but miracles can happen the last week of the month, you guys. I've seen big things happen in every company that I've been with the last couple days of the year. I will tell you a really quick story, and this is, it's every time I think about it, I want to cry, but I don't know if you guys know, I used to sell Pampered Chef. I sold Pampered Chef for 8 years, and then I sold It Works for 5 years, and now I've been with Monet for almost a year. It'll be a year next month. So anyways, with Pampered Chef, I earned every trip, right? And so it was like the end of the month, and because they had a trip, it was an annual trip that you had to earn, so you had all year to earn it. Well, apparently I didn't do that great of a job that year because I was not far from earning. I think I was like maybe I was about $3,000 in products away from earning this trip, like 2 days before the end of the year. So I hustled. I hustled, and I think I overshot that goal. I got about $3,200 in orders, but I could not get them in the system fast enough. So I missed this trip to Disney for 4 people, airfare, hotel, and Disney park passes by 4 minutes. So with that being said, you can push at the very, very end, as long as you push till the end. Because I will tell you, around Christmas of that year, I remember thinking, there's no way. I have 5 days left. I'm not going to get $3,000 in orders in 3. And remember, we're talking about a vegetable pillar that's 75 cents at this point, right? So we're not talking about a hair care system that's $100. We're talking about, a $2 knife and a $4 this and, maybe a $28 food chopper, but not anything like a bottle of shampoo. And your girl came up with $3,000 worth of product orders in 2 days. So anything is possible when you put your mind to it, is my point. Okay. And so maybe that wasn't the best story to tell because I missed it. But the whole point is I got it. I just couldn't submit it in time. So, all right. So the other thing that I want to talk about, and I folded this dang paper over. Okay, hold on, let me find it. Because this is gonna, going back to goals too real quick. Or did I say goals? Going back to 2018 is what I was trying to say, is make sure that you write out your goals, you guys. Writing out your goals is so important. You should have a goal, a personal goal, and you should also have a goal, a business goal for 2018. So write that out. You have a couple weeks to really think about what that big one is. I'm sure you'll have several throughout the year, but what's the one thing that, there it is, that can kind of change everything. So I want you to send it to your upline, either me or Tammy, once you decide what that is, so we can help you stay motivated and help keep you accountable, right? All right, so what I want to share, you might want to write this down. This is the 7 steps to becoming a recruiting machine, okay? So I know one of the things that in 2018 that Monat wants to focus on is you sponsoring people, bringing more people into the system. And so this is kind of a little training on how to become a recruiting machine. 7 steps. And so, you guys, so much of this business is working your personal business. And I feel like as your team starts to grow, you kind of forget about that sometimes. And you can't. You really have to spend kind of if you guys are familiar with the 80-20 rule, 80% of your time should be spent on your personal business and 20% should be spent on you helping your team and things like that, okay? Because your personal business is where your income truly is going to come from, right? By you bringing in new VIP customers and market partners, especially if you're bringing in new market partners, then they're going to hopefully duplicate as well, and that helps with your personal business too. Okay, so 7 steps of becoming a recruiting machine. The first one is to decide. I know that sounds juvenile, right? You just need to decide that this is what you're going to do. You are going to be a recruiting machine. So I will tell you that one of my goals for 2018 is to bring 50 new market partners into my business, okay? So I need to break that down and figure out how many people that is a month, but that's my goal, okay? So I am making the decision that that's what's gonna happen. And once you decide what that is, because I feel like sometimes when it comes to goals, people get a little not too sure. Well, you know, I didn't really think about it. I hear that a lot. I haven't really thought about it. I need you to think about it. Okay? It's time to think about it and figure it out. Because what is the saying? A plan without a goal. No, a goal without a plan is just a wish. A dream without a wish. I don't know. You guys, I'm sure you guys know the quote I'm trying to say that's not coming, but you need to have a goal. Okay. that's pretty much what it comes down to. Number two, that's number one, decide. Number two, mindset. You have to develop the mindset to become a recruiting machine. Okay. So deciding was easy. Now you have to kind of train your brain around that. Train Your Brain. That's a good book too. If you guys have never read that, Train Your Brain by Dana Wilde. But to create that mindset, you have to have a positive mindset for one. Two, you have to continue to feed yourself the knowledge and the skills and the activities that are necessary for you to become a recruiting machine. And just know, think about the positives and the things that you have to offer someone else. Okay. So it's almost like you taking yourself out of the equation. Like, it's not about you anymore. It's about you helping somebody else. Right? And so if you can think about all the benefits of someone joining this company and how it's going to help them, and focus on how it's going to help them and not what it's doing for you, then that mindset will become so much more easier. If you're not thinking about being pushy and bothering people and things like that, but you're thinking about helping people and assisting people and changing people's lives, that mindset is a lot different, right? And so training your brain to develop that recruiting mindset is really important, number two. Number three, collect friends. Collect friends. That's pretty easy. There's so many ways that you can continue to be adding to your pipeline. You want to focus on adding at least 2 people to your list a day, new friends. That could be on Instagram, that could be on Facebook. We've talked about groups before, and going into groups and starting conversations and things like that, and interacting in those groups, because that's you kind of, people start to be attracted to you when you have interaction, good stuff to say about whatever that topic is. So it needs to be something that's interesting to you, a hobby or a skill or a specific group, like or organization is what I was trying to say, not group. Like I'm in a lot of groups for my sorority. I'm in a lot of teen mom groups, not teen moms, but parents of teenagers, because I'm obviously not a teen mom. I cracked myself up. I hope you guys make you guys laugh too. All right. Connect on social media. In-person counts too, as long as you can connect on social media, even in person. Like, I was at a basketball game the other day, and it worked out so perfect. It was so funny because somebody that I had given samples to a couple weeks ago, we're a small community here in Tacoma, right? And so she had come, and she was going upstairs to watch the C team game or whatever. And as she walked away, I thought, hey, I said, did you wash your hair? Heck loud. And she turned around, she goes, oh my God, I did, but I forgot to use it. And people start giggling like around us, and they're like, what do you mean, did she wash her hair? And I was like, oh, I sell shampoo. Did you not know that? And she was like, oh no. So I started this conversation with this other lady, and she's like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, I need to talk to you about this. So, we exchanged information, whatever. But it was just something as simple as, hey, did you wash your hair? And it was like a kind of funny thing. And I totally did it on purpose. because I knew it would draw attention. So maybe you're not like me and want to draw attention, but at that point I wanted to draw attention because I was wanting to talk to the other lady about it, but it hadn't come up. So this was a way for it to come up, right? So meet new friends, connect on social media, connect via text or email or however they communicate. That's how you want to connect, okay? Let's see, what else? Talk to at least one person every day about your business, no matter what. At least one person, okay? Don't go to bed without talking to somebody about your business. Talk to one person about your product. So 2 things, okay? So we got a business opportunity and we have an amazing product. The 2 really do go hand in hand, but if you focus on at least both, that's good. Personal development. Again, keeping your mindset right, and focusing on that. You know, at the SED, see, I'm one of those ones that I pay attention to what else, like the leaders in this company and the corporate leadership and stuff, whatever they suggest, that's what I'm gonna do. So I know I have this book somewhere. I'm actually, because I just wrote it down because one of my friends, Samantha, she's an SED. We were actually in a previous company together, but they gave all the SEDs the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. I have it somewhere. I can't remember if I read it or not. So I gotta pick it up and look through it and see if I read it. But if not, I need to read it because that's what they gave all the SEDs to read. So then I need to read it too. Because here's the other thing, you guys. Until you are where you want to be, you have to act like you're already there. So I'm not an SED yet, right? But I'm going to have the mindset of an SED until I get to an SED. Okay, so you have to do the things that the SEDs are doing. So if the SEDs are reading this book, then I'm going to read this book. Make sense? Hopefully. Somebody trying to say something? Or did somebody just, oh, okay.
It's just me. Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, number 5. Number 4 was, did I say? No, I skipped. So number 3 was collect friends. Number 4 was positive daily habits. And that's when I started talking about meeting 2 people a day and connecting on social media. That was positive daily habits. Okay. Sorry, I screwed you guys up on that. Okay, number 5 is always be prepared. Okay, have you ever been out somewhere and you start talking about your business and you're like, oh dang, I don't have any card or any samples or anything on me, right? Sometimes that's not always a bad thing, and I'll tell you why. But hold on, let me tell you, you need to be prepared first, but then I'll tell you why it's not always a bad thing. So always be prepared. So have your brochures, have samples, like I have in my purse. Like here's my purse. I'm just gonna show you what's in my purse. You guys are gonna laugh. This is the what is this called? What to expect. That's in my purse. This is the pricing sheet. That's in my purse. The VIP brochure in my purse. I have a set of samples. So this is how I do my samples. I got these little plastic bags from the Japanese dollar store. I can never say the name, Dacio, whatever. So in here, I have my Revive and Revitalize, and there's a mask back there, and the instruction sheets and oil and my business card. And then I put a little sticker at the top. So I have at least 2 of these usually in my purse. And then I have order forms in my purse because, I mean, you just don't know if somebody needs to order, right? So what I'm telling you guys is you have permission to go buy a bigger purse. Yeah. What else do I have in here? Oh, see, here's my second set of samples. Oh, actually, I have 3 in here. So, anyways, as you can see, I'm prepared. So, always be prepared. Have your stuff with you. Have your samples. If you are talking to somebody online, be prepared with your sample packs already ready in envelopes to just drop them in the mail. So that's not an extra task that you have to do. I will tell you, I am the worst person about going to the post office. I hate it. I don't know why. I just don't like it. Like, for example, this moose has been sitting here since one of the first trainings we did, and it belongs to Thelma. And it's still right here next to my computer. So I need to put it in a package and mail it to her. Sorry, Thelma. I thought I was going to see you, and then I did see you. When I saw you, then I forgot it because it wasn't in my purse. So I just need to mail it. I will, I promise. Do what others do and a little bit more. Step up your game, you guys. We got to step up our game. Learn how to tell your story. We're still on Always Be Prepared. Learn how to tell your story so that it's engaging and that people they can relate to you, okay? And so when you're creating your story, you want to make sure that you tell people kind of the past, the present, and the future. That's how you can focus on it. Like before Monat, this was my background. And some of you are still very new, and so your story is still being created. And so your story will probably be more as, I tried the product. I loved the product. I saw what it was doing for my mom, my sister, my aunt, my cousin, my best friend, and, the income potential in this business. And, in such a short period of time, I've already been able to be successful or whatever your story is, but you want to keep it short, sweet, to the point, and relatable, okay? Because somebody's story, like saying, oh my gosh, when I started this, I was a millionaire already, but I just wanted some extra income. I jumped right in, and I'm making now an extra $1 million a year. Like that's not relatable to everybody, right? Not everybody is a single mom. Not everybody has kids. Not everybody works outside of their home. So you need to find pieces of your story that can relate to other people. And if you don't have, if your story doesn't relate, borrow somebody else's. Okay, and that's why it's good for us to always connect, because I can say, my friend Dion, she's in Canada and blah, 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 because it relates to this person, right? So if your story doesn't work, borrow somebody else's until yours is a story that you feel comfortable sharing. Okay, so start getting that story prepared. The next two are pretty easy. 6, enthusiasm. You always have to be excited about your product, you guys. Like I get excited when I talk about it. Like, I don't know what it is, but when I start talking about the product, doesn't matter who it's with, doesn't matter if it's my mama. She can't, she just kind of shoos me off now, but whatever. I get excited about it. So keep that enthusiasm up, because enthusiasm is contagious, okay? And people will want to be a part of what you do just because of your energy and how you bring it, right? And then number 6, that was number 6. Number 7 is to think big. You guys, anything can happen with this business that you allow it to. Like, no joke. Like, the sky is the limit. Like, seriously. So those were my 7 tips for becoming a recruiting machine. Let me see if I had anything else that I wanted to cover. I talked about a business goal and a personal goal. I talked about that. Filling in gaps. Focusing on sponsoring. Oh, this is my quote that I want to leave everybody with. But did I do everything else? Schedule a party. I said that, right? I did. Here's what I want to leave you guys with. I love this quote. Do today what others won't, so tomorrow you can do what others can't. Seriously. Like, again, just going into 2018, it's going to be huge. And it'd be really fun for all of us to do it together. Okay? So are there any questions or concerns or
Can you
objections?
repeat that quote, please, if you don't mind?
Not at all. Do today what others won't, so tomorrow you can do what others can't. Good? All right, I grabbed scissors. What did I do with the list of names? Oh, here they are. Who wants this journal? Hold on, let me go get my scissors because I grabbed them, but I put them on the table over here.
I do, but I was late.
Oh!
No, me too. Crystal, can you tell us where you got it after you give it away?
Yeah, I actually got that. I got it from Michael's. From Michael's.
I love those.
It's called Recollections banner. And you guys, I don't know if you know this, but Michael's always has like coupons and deals and stuff. So like if you just go to the app or whatever, you can. This is a $30 calendar. I didn't pay $30 for it though. You don't even want to know how much I paid for it.
Hey, deal's a deal.
Which is why I got 4 of them. I was like, what? Wait a minute.
You got them that cheap? You got 4 of them?
Oh. I was thinking about you guys. I was like, oh, okay, this is perfect for a team gift.
That's a good one.
It is. All right, so I got names here. Sorry. Any questions or anything about what we talked about tonight while I'm chopping this stuff up?
What was I going to ask? How part of the impossible push yourself goals and set.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that were on time.
Good job, everybody.
I'm gonna stop the recording. We don't need to record this part.